never came to me whole. You were a story half untold, with shattered dreams inside your hands and scars I didn't understand. You wore your silence like a shield, but I could see the wounds concealed. I tried to be your quiet place, your saving light, your steady grace. I told myself that love could heal every crack you would reveal. I didn't mind the jagged seams, I stitched us up with fragile dreams. I thought if I just held you tight, I could make the broken parts feel right. I loved you in pieces, every shattered part of you, every tear you never cried, every lie you thought was true. I loved you in pieces, even when it cut my hands. I tried to be your everything while you barely tried to stand. I gave you all the strength in me while you were falling to your knees. I held you when you couldn't see, but you never held me. You disappear inside your mind, leave me reaching from behind. I call your name into the dark, hoping to relight your spark. You said you weren't easy to love, like that was something to be proud of. But I stayed longer than I should, believing someday you would choose me the way I chose you. Give me a love that felt true, but I was loving both our hearts while you were tearing mine apart. I kept forgiving what you break for every promise you wouldn't make. I loved you in pieces when you couldn't love yourself. I put your pain above my own, left my heart on the shelf. I loved you in pieces through every high and every low, but loving you was losing me, and I was the last to know. I carried all your shattered dreams while mine slipped quietly through the seams. I gave you more than I could keep, now all I have are memories. Did you ever see my tears, or were you drowning in your fears? Did you ever feel my pain, or was my love just your escape? I was the glue, I was the thread holding together what you never said. The glue can crack and thread can tear, and I was breaking unaware. I loved you in pieces till there was nothing left of me. I tried to be your remedy, but you were never meant to heal with me. I loved you in pieces, but I'm gathering mine again. I won't bleed for someone who won't let me in. I loved you in pieces, now I'm learning to let go. You were never whole to start, and I can't fix what won't grow. I gave you everything I had, every hope and every scar, but I'm done loving you in pieces. Now I love myself as I am. You were a puzzle missing parts, and I was breaking for your heart. But I deserve a love that stays, now one that slowly fades. I loved you in pieces. Now I'm picking up my own. I still Remember laughing in your car, windows down, chasing who you were. You held my hand like it was safe and warm, like nothing in this world could do us harm. We talked about forever like a place, like we were already on our way. Back when goodbye was just a word we knew, not something I would live through. Now every memory feels like a lie, and I'm the only one still asking why. I miss the before your eyes stopped looking at mine, before your voice turned distant and cold, before you left me behind. I miss the before when love was easy and breathing was free. Now every part of my heart is sore, 'cause the before was you and me. I walk past places where we used to go, they don't feel like home anymore. Your ghost is in every street light glow, but you don't reach for me like before. I still hear you in my quiet room, in every silence and every wound. You said nothing would ever change, now everything's different and I'm the one to blame. You let go without a sound, and I'm still falling to the ground. I miss the before your touch stopped feeling like fire, before I begged for something you gave, when love didn't feel so tired. I miss the before, when I was enough in your eyes. Now I'm just someone you used to adore, someone you left behind. Did you know you were breaking me slowly while I was still calling you home? Did you know I was barely breathing when you started letting me go? I would have stayed through every scar, but you didn't fight for who we are. Now I'm just someone you don't need anymore, standing outside a closed door. I miss the before, when your heart still lived in mine, when forever wasn't a lie, and you were still by my side. I miss the before, but the before don't live here anymore. Now I'm learning how to survive with pieces scattered on the floor. I miss the before, but I can't live there again, so I'll carry the love you left in me, even if it never comes back again. I miss your arms, I miss your voice, I miss the girl I was with you. I miss the before I lost you. I saw the red flags in your eyes, but I painted them blue with my own lies. Told myself love just takes time, even when your heart wasn't mine. You pull away, then pull me close, give me just enough to hold. I held on to every maybe, while you treated me like a safety. I called your silence just a faith, turn your distance into grace. I kept waiting for you to change while I was the one rearranged. my heart could take. I kept bending till I broke for promises you wouldn't make. I stayed too long for you. Through every tear I tried to hide, I gave you all the best of me, while you just let it slide. I kept believing love was strong, but love shouldn't feel this wrong. I stayed too long for you. You stopped asking how I felt, stopped noticing when I melt into pieces at your feet, begging for something real to keep. You said I was too sensitive, like that was something negative, but I was just loving loud while you were fading in the crowd. I memorized your every need, ignored the ways you hurt me. I made excuses for your truth, while you made a fool of my youth. I stayed too long for you, when I should've walked away, when your love turned cold and thin, and you had nothing left to say. I stayed too long for you, while my light began to fade. I was fighting for our future, while you watched it slowly break. I held on with both my hands to something slipping through. I stayed too long for you. I thought if I just loved you harder, you'd finally see my worth. But you were comfortable with half, while I was giving you my word. I lost myself inside your storms, tried to keep you safe and warm, but I was drowning in your sea, and you never reached for me. Now I see it clear as truth. Love shouldn't feel like proof, or something you have to earn, or something that doesn't return. I stayed too long for you, and I forgot about me. Forgot my strength, my voice, my fire, trying to make you see. I stayed too long for you, but I won't stay a second more. I'm picking up my broken heart from off your kitchen floor. I stayed too long for you, but I'm walking out tonight. I deserve a love that stays and holds me tight. I gave you years you didn't value, tears you never knew. I stayed too long for you, now I'm finally choosing me over you. I thought loving you was brave, believing you saved me. I stayed too long for you, but I won't stay, won't afraid. You held me like you meant it then, like I was your forever friend. You traced your future in my hands, made promises, made plans. I built my world around your smile, walked every extra mile, believed the way you said my name, and I would always stay. But somewhere in your restless heart, I felt us drifting miles apart. I kept trying to be enough, while you were slowly giving up. I could have changed your mind, but love shouldn't beg to be believed or fight just to be seen. I wasn't what you needed, but I was real and true. Every tear I cried at night was proof I loved you. I wasn't what you needed, but that doesn't mean I'm not enough. You couldn't meet me where I stood, you couldn't call it love. I gave you everything I had, every hope and every scar. If I wasn't what you needed, then maybe you weren't who you are. You let me question my own worth, like loving me was wrong. But I found someone who needs my heart and stays where I belong. I wasn't what you needed, but I was brave enough to try. And someday you'll thank the tears for teaching me goodbye. We used to talk until sunrise. Now we barely say goodnight. Your eyes don't look for mine anymore, like they're already out the door. We used to laugh at nothing at all. Now silence echoes down the hall. Your hand don't reach across the bed. There's so much space where love once lived. I keep pretending we're okay, while feeling you drift away. No one said the last goodbye, but I felt it in the quiet nights. Love fell out of us, somewhere between the truth and lies, somewhere between the tears we hid and the distance in your eyes. Love fell out of us without a sound, without a fight. We didn't even see it leave, it disappeared into the night. We tried to hold what we once had, but it was never enough. Somewhere along the way, love fell out of us. Your voice is just a stranger now. I don't know when, I don't know how. We became two separate hearts, standing worlds apart. I still remember who we were, back when forever felt so sure. Now every promise that we made feels like something that slowly fades. I'm still here holding memories while you're already free. I was the last one holding on after everything was gone. Love fell out of us through the cracks we never saw, through every moment we ignored, through every hidden flaw. Love fell out of us, and I don't know who to blame. Was it time or was it truth, or just love losing its name? We're trying to breathe life into dust, but it was already gone. Somewhere along the way, love fell out. Did you feel it slipping too, or was I the only one who knew? Did your heart break like mine did, or did you already my fading mind, but I'll survive the fall somehow. I'll gather every broken piece and learn to live without you now. But I'll find myself again. I'll stop chasing what we were and let my healing begin. We were something beautiful once, but beautiful wasn't enough. Somewhere along the way, love fell out of us. Now your side of me is gone, but my heart will carry on, even though it still hurts, because love fell out of us. Fell out of us. It didn't end with a slammed door, no shattered glass on the floor, no screaming words, no final fight, just a quiet change in your eyes. You stopped reaching for my hand, stopped saying things you once meant. You were right there next to me, but miles from where we used to be. I kept pretending not to see the slow goodbye inside your leaf. Love didn't die in a single night. It faded with the loss of your fight. It was the way you stopped trying, the way you stopped saying my name, the way your arms stopped holding me like I was easy to replace. It was the silence in your voice, the distance in your touch. You didn't have to say goodbye, you said it by giving up. You didn't break me all at once, you let me fall apart slowly. It was the way you stopped trying that finally broke me. You used to look at me like home, now you just look through me alone. Your words turned into empty air, like love was never living there. I'd ask if everything was fine, you would say I'm tired every time, but tired doesn't explain why you stopped saying my name. I was still loving you out loud while you were fading in the crowd. I was holding on for two while you let go of me and you. It was the way you stopped trying, stopped fighting for what we had, stopped caring if I stayed or left, like losing me wasn't that bad. It was the cold inside your kiss, the emptiness in your eyes. You didn't need to walk away, you left me while standing by my side. You didn't shatter me with truth, you broke me with your silence. like I was already gone, like loving me was just a phase. You had already moved on. It was the way you stopped trying that taught me love can't quietly die. Not with anger, not with blame, just with the absence of goodbye. It was the way you stopped loving me before you ever left. You took away the best of us and gave me what was left. You didn't have to say a word, I felt it in your quiet goodbye. It was the way you stopped trying that taught me how to cry. Now I'm standing where we used to be, with echoes of your memory, and the hardest truth I ever knew was watching love stop loving you. You promised me forever with a trembling smile. Said you'd never leave, not even for a while. I believed every word like it was true, building my whole world around you. You held my face like I was your home. Said I never have to feel alone, but promises can fade like light, and yours disappeared one quiet night. I still remember where you stood, right where you said you always would. I didn't see the ending there. I thought forever was still ours to share, but you didn't stay. You didn't fight for me. You let go of everything we were supposed to be. You didn't stay. You didn't hold on tight. You walked away from my heart in the middle of the night. I was still loving you while you slipped away. I needed you the most, but you didn't stay. Now your voice is just a memory, a fading echo inside of me. Your side of the bed is cold and bare, but I still turn and hope you're there. I replay every last goodbye, every tear I tried to hide, wondering if you ever cared or if I loved you alone there. You left without looking back, and I'm still standing in your tracks. I gave you all I had to give, but you didn't choose to stay and live. You didn't stay. You didn't try to mend. You let our story fall apart before it reached the end. You didn't stay. You didn't say goodbye. You left me here with broken dreams and a million reasons why. I was still holding on while you walked away. I needed you the most, but you didn't stay. Did you ever love me like I loved you, or was I just someone you passed through? Did you feel my heart breaking apart, or did you leave before it could start? I would have stayed through every scar, but you didn't love me as I was. Now I'm learning how to breathe alone and alive. can't leave. You didn't stay, but I'll find strength somehow. I'll pick up every shattered piece and stand here stronger now. You didn't stay, but that doesn't mean I'm weak. It means I love with everything. Even when you couldn't keep, I was still loving you. Oh, you walked away. I needed you forever, but you didn't stay. And someday I'll look back and see your leaving didn't ruin me. It just showed me the truth that day. You didn't stay. You said my name like it was home, like I never stand alone. You traced forever on my skin, made me believe I was your everything. We stayed up talking until dawn, counting dreams we'd built upon. I held your truth inside my hands, never thought it was made of sand. You looked at me like I was yours. Now I don't know what I was fighting for. You left me wondering if you ever loved me at all, if every kiss was just pretend for the fall. You left me questioning every word you said to me. Was I just someone passing through who you used to be? You walked away without a warning, without a reason why. You left me wondering, and I'm still here asking why. Your side of the bed stays untouched, but I still feel you ghosting us. Every corner holds your trace, every silence says your name. I try to find where we went wrong, but the truth was gone all along. You were already letting go while I was begging you to hold. I was last to see the end. You stopped loving me, I was still all in. You left me wanting about everything. You left me wondering about without a sound, but I'll rise from what you couldn't keep. You left me wondering, but someday I'll stop wondering about you. I still hear you in my dreams, still feel you in between what was and what will never be. You left without answering, you left without anything, you left me wondering about everything. You left. You used to reach for me at night, like I was your only light. Your fingers traced my fragile skin, like you never wanted it to end. You said my name like it was true, like your whole world lived in you. But somewhere in your quiet eyes, I watched that fire slowly die. I kept believing in your touch, even when it wasn't much. I felt you slipping through my hands while I was still making plans. You loved me last, like I was second in your heart, like I was someone safe to hold, but never your first choice from the start. You loved me last, after the damage had been done, after you gave your best away, and I was left with no one. I was a place you fell into when you had nowhere else to go. You loved me last, and that's the hardest truth I know. I heard the silence in your voice, felt the weight of your hidden choice. You stayed, but not with all of you. just enough to make it through. You kissed me like a fading flame, warm but never quite the same. I gave you all I had to give, while you forgot how to forgive. I was loving you out loud, while you were lost inside a cloud. You held me close but not enough. I was your comfort, not your love. You loved me last when there was nothing left to say, when your heart was tired and worn and I was trying to be brave. You loved me last like I was easier to keep, not the one you dreamed about, just the one who stayed too deep. I was the arms that caught your fall, the one who gave you everything. You loved me last, but never like you loved anything. Did you ever see my breaking heart? Did you know you tore me apart? I was standing right in front of you, begging you to want me to. I would have been your first, your only, but you left me lost and lonely. Now I'm learning what I deserve, a love that doesn't come after hurt. You love me less, like I was already gone, like loving me was just a place you stayed before moving on. You love me last, but I won't love myself that way. I won't be someone's second place or beg for someone to stay. You love me last, but I'll be someone's first someday, someone who sees my worth and heart and never walks away. You took the love I gave so fast and left me with the past. You loved me last, but I'll never be last again. I was the one who stayed too long, the one who tried to stay strong, but now I see what love should be. And I won't be loved last again. I remember how your shadow fell across my door like a promise I had never felt before. You spoke my name like it was made of gold. I gave you pieces I could never hold. Let you see the bruises on my soul, every crack, every truth I never heard. I built my world inside your arms. Didn't know love could do this kind of harm. You took the best of me, left the rest in pieces on the floor. You took every dream I used to be, and I don't know who I am anymore. I gave you every I just someone you used to feel alive? Was I just a place you stayed to pass the time? 'Cause I would've stayed through every storm and scar, but you were never really where you are. Now I'm learning how to stand alone with a heart that doesn't feel like home. You left me with the truth I couldn't see. You loved yourself more than you love me. You took the best of me, every light I tried to be, and I'm still here on my knees begging for the air to breathe. You took the best of me, but you'll never take my soul away. I'll find a strength you couldn't see. I'll survive the price I had to pay. You took every tear I cried for you, every part I couldn't save. You walked away so easily, but I'll find the rest of me someday. You took the best of me, but you don't get what's left of me. I'll rise from these broken memories, even if you took the best of me.